Several people asked me to talk about the research piece that we have been working on for about a year and a half with the trauma clinic and nucleus, a nuclear medicine clinic, as well as our EMDR therapy clinic. We've been seeing people, we saw, as a matter of fact, 2 participants who had needle phobia. So we decided to do some research using SPECT scans pre and post EMDR therapy. We had 2 participants, like I said, who were pretty much afraid. Raquel Hursting did the initial evaluations so that we could discard, more serious psychiatric diagnoses. And we had them do a SPECT scan. I almost thought this research wasn't going to get off the ground because in order to do the SPECT scan, they had to have a shot. And these people were so afraid of shots that they almost chickened out, but we had 2 of them that stuck it out. We discarded 1 participant because they had other comorbid diagnoses and we didn't want to have complicating factors. So we had a young man and a young lady who participated. Roberta Ramos watched them as they did the tests and was able to give a behavioral report on what was happening. And then she told us about it. They then did 3 EMDR sessions with people on our staff. And then from there, they went back to the SPECT scans. And to be really honest, the medical doctors who were fabulous, fantastic people who really went out on a limb with us, didn't really believe that the diagnosis of needle phobia was going to show up in the brain. And so it was a wonderful surprise for all of us when it did show up. The results are concrete, and so we've written it up, and now we're going to expand the research paper to include more people who are afraid of needle phobia, have needle phobia. This is very life limiting in many ways because some people won't get pregnant because they're afraid of getting shots or having blood taken. One friend said, wow, people who do acupuncture really appreciate losing the fear of needles and things like that because they can't do other kinds of treatments. So it can be very limiting, especially like we have children who are so deathly afraid of it that they have little panic attacks and stuff. So I really want to thank the Nucleus Nuclear Medicine Clinic who went on this limb with us. I want to thank Francine Shapiro who has encouraged us all the way, and Dr. Danielle Amon who was also involved in the structure and accompaniment of the research. And we're still looking for people who have needle phobia so that we can expand it. We're going to start working with people with claustrophobia as well so that we can see how that goes. And I see that Carrie is looking at me and Claudia. How cool to see y'all here. Thank you so much. And so I just thought I'd share it because a lot of people say, oh, it's all in Portuguese, it's all in Spanish. So I thought, okay, we'll do it in English so that people understand what we're doing. We've sent it in for publication and we're really keeping our fingers crossed, hoping that it will be accepted. It's a really nice, I think it's a really good piece of research, well done. And so I have great hopes of having it published and then for us to be able to continue. We're working on people with claustrophobia, people who are afraid of going into MRIs or even into SPECT scans themselves. So that's kind of what we're doing. So thank you so much for showing up, and I hope other people can enjoy this information. And if you have any questions, put it here below the video. Even if I'm not live, I will answer the questions if there's anybody who has any of them. Okay, thank you so much for popping in and keeping me company.